hears that too, because I recently got high with Mike Tyson. So now I'm like into, did you hear that story? Ever tell you a story?
No.
I'll tell you a story. But I want to go on one of these retreats where you do like, you do shrooms or you do DMT or one of these things. And like,
like an ayahuasca thing or.
Oh, that's it. Ayahuasca. Would you ever do that?
I have not done it. My girlfriend just recently did it. She said it was really awesome.
Would you ever do it though?
I would look more into it. I don't know enough about it to say yes or no, but
I don't either.
One thing I just did do, it's not the ayahuasca, but one thing I did do is I've been attending roundtable talks with an EMDR therapist in Canada. I love him. His name is Rob Gregor. He was just on my podcast. Actually, we did a part 1 and part 2 before and after I got back from Mexico.
What's an EMDR therapist?
So an EMDR therapist is the electromagnetic, the rapid eye movement.
Okay.
So it's literally where you're taking my program on steroids. So
nice.
I am helping you and teaching you how to unwire and rewire your brain when you're changing habits, right? Or incorporating new habits in. EMDR does it in a moment, right? It's using that rapid eye movement to unwire maybe a traumatic, moment that you had in life. And I think that originally we used EMDR therapy for post-traumatic stress, right? PTSD. Right. And I think over time, what we've learned is in all areas of social work, psychology, psychiatry, and counseling is it's not just the big T's, it's not just the big traumas that affect you in your life. Yeah. For so many of us, we haven't been raped or attacked or something tragic has happened. Not everybody has gone through significant loss and that kind of thing. Yeah. But it's the smaller traumas, right? Maybe you lost your job that you've been at. Maybe your marriage has failed. Maybe, you were neglected as a child, or maybe whatever, we picked on, bullied. We've all gone through different things. Like if no matter who I coach at a certain age, we've all gone through mommy daddy issues. We've all gone through not fitting in or not feeling like it's universal. I'm not good enough in some way.
Sure, of course.
All of that affects us in how we show up in all the other areas of our life, especially being successful, making money, in our relationships, interaction with our significant other or our children, and even the continued interaction with our parents if we haven't resolved or come to terms with some of these things. So EMDR therapy really helps with that. And I did a 15-hour deep immersion over a 3-day period. So it was 5 hours a day, 6 hours with an hour break in between and a couple breaks in between, where I was able to really get through pretty much everything that's ever gone on in my life, where I was just like, they didn't have to be like huge things, but what I learned was uncovering one thing and recognizing what you were making that mean all that time and what you actually intellectually understood, and then processing that emotion, was able to release it and release it for good.
Right.
So like that anxiety, huge for that, right? You can do, and so I actually did that 15-hour immersion, the 3-day weekend. And I did it. I worked on every aspect of my life, from childhood all the way to relationships and becoming a single mom, all of it. And then I decided to do a full day on just focus on my son and my loss and my grief and my motherhood, like all of to do with Devin was on a separate day. So it was amazing. And I am just a huge proponent for anything that anybody wants to do to up-level their life and just have their own personal growth journey, because that is the reason you're here as a human. Like that is the purpose, to evolve to the best and highest version of yourself.